Number 7, did both criminals revile Jesus? Did both criminals revile Jesus? Now, just remember this. These are the contradictions that are brought up. For instance, you'll hear this contradiction brought up by like Bart Ehrman or by Michael, the Skeptics magazine guy. I forget his name. I don't even believe it's his real name, anyways. Anyway, you'll hear it brought up by these basic. I'm just playing. By these common like propagators of attacks on the Bible. They'll bring these up. So was it both criminals? Did both criminals revile Jesus? Even the robbers, plural, who were crucified with him reviled him with the same things. Reviled him with the same things. Now we know there was just 2 other people crucified. Just 2. Only 2. That's the implication of the passages as you read them in context. So you can't say, well, there was 12 robbers, and you can't do that. Or was it just one? Just one. Then one of the criminals who hanged blasphemed him, saying, "If you are the Christ, save yourself and us." But the other answered, rebuked him, saying, "Do you not even fear God, seeing you are under the same condemnation, and we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds, but this man has done nothing wrong." Then he said to Jesus, "Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom." So was it one robber, rebelled or reviled Jesus and the other one did not, or was it both? Here's the solution. And it starts with this realization, right? Jesus was on the cross for 3 long hours. So were those guys. Slowly dying. Right? You can only stand there and mock and ridicule and put up a front for so long. They're dying. And that reality is hitting them. Jesus was known by reputation to this thief, to both of them really, because they revile him on the cross. They know who he is. And seeing and hearing him in person seems to have had an impact. The thief was facing his own death, and this may have also had an impact. People do change their tune when they're facing death. It's often a near-death experience that causes someone to change the way they're going to operate in their lives. Death is a sobering thing. In the Luke passage, the thief is not seen as going to the cross already a believer. This is important. In the Luke passage, the one where he's the only one seems to revile and the other one believes, he actually is converted on the cross. That's what Luke is showing us. He's not already a believer. He's like, oh man, he comes to it. It comes to him and he goes, we deserve to be here. Obviously not following Jesus with his life. He's like, I deserve to be here. And then he looks, please remember me when you come into your kingdom. So he's converted on the cross. And that's consistent with him reviling Jesus at an earlier point while he's on the cross. He hears the words of Jesus, maybe something Jesus says, maybe something people say about Jesus, maybe the sobering reality of what's going to happen to him. There's lots of understandable human reasons why he would at that point put his faith and trust in Christ. So is that a probable solution, that at one point they reviled and then at one point one of them received? Absolutely.